We've got Razor, Sven, and Shadow Shaman already. We'll see what Boom ID pair this up with and take a look at what they've played previously. And the Elder Titan is banned already. Doom would be an offlaner, and I guess they could throw Razor mid, Sven safe lane with the Doom. And actually, well, Grimstroke isn't banned, so Grimstroke could be your 5 and then go into the Doom.
Dire team pick.
Inigo Centaur. So Centaur, giving you that stampede, giving you that movement speed, blink with the stun, double edge, as well as just being just such a tanky frontliner here for Boom ID.
5 seconds remaining.
I really think Lotac might be finding themselves in a little bit of trouble if they don't go off to a quick and early advantage, and they go Batrider. So Batrider, Luna, Rubik, Magnus. That is more control, but again, on the ulti side of it,
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lucent Beam, Telekinesis, I don't know. I mean, their push potential is pretty good here for Lotac. I like that, if they're able to get off to a good start.
Team ban.
Faceless Void getting banned, another hero that would work well with the Empower.
Seconds remaining.
So we'll see what the last ban is for Lotac, as they've got the Shadow Shaman. If I were to assume where everybody was going, mid Razor, safe lane Sven, off lane Centaur, but it could as well be Shadow Shaman 5, 4 Sven or 4 Centaur, and then either of those heroes in the 3 with Razor going somewhere else. And banning that Slark makes me think maybe Lotac are thinking the same.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So let's see what's last here for Lotac with the Batrider, Luna, Rubik, Magnus. Is this not a core Batrider? It could be off-lane Batrider. It could be off-lane Magnus. Mid Queen of Pain. So we'll see where the Bat or the Magnus go. I'm thinking more of 4 Magnus than anything. And let's see what Boom ID
10 seconds remaining.
bring to the table with their final pick.
5 seconds remaining.
And they go Lifestealer.
Now select your heroes.
So, safe lane Lifestealer, mid Razor, off lane Centaur, 4 position Sven, 5 position Shadow Shaman, and then 4 position Rubik, 3 position Batrider, and then 5 position Magnus. Okay. And then, of course, Scam in the safe lane with that Luna and mid Queen of Pain. So, I mean, I definitely like what Boom ID are bringing to the table, where you've got the blink from probably both the Sven as well as Centaur at some point, which gives you a way in for the Lifestealer. You've got 2 vehicles here for him. Some good lockdown, good slow. Gives Makoto a lot of time here. To take that damage and then start to throw it back, and where Yamate, I mean, yeah, this is a Magnus that might just be following around Scam. So game 2 here. We'll see if Boom ID could 2-0 it. Or if we get pushed to a game 3 and Lotac put up a little bit of a fight. They had an early lead, but again, I think this is a game where they have to get that early lead and never surrender the early lead just like they did in the first game. Because you look at the lineup that Boom ID are running, and late game, I have a lot of faith in them. I have a lot of faith in a Lifestealer being able to rip you up while FBZ is taking the brunt of the damage. Where you've also got push potential with Shadow Shaman and his wards, the lockdown potential here. I mean, there is a lot here for Boom ID that I am scared of if I am Lotac come mid to late game. So it has to be an early advantage here for Lotac and something they hold on to. So
30 seconds to
we'll
battle.
see how Boom ID play it out. As oh boy, Shadow Shaman trying to run. He's got some friends though, so I feel like they could have just gotten first blood right there, but back at least in between the tier 1 and the tier 2, FBZ takes a lot of damage early on. Did buy 2 stacks of tangos, so he'll be ready to regen for a while.
The battle
And
begins.
2 bounty runes apiece. Alright. Those ceremonial drums raging on, and it will be Rage level 1 here for the Lifestealer. So we'll see where Kezcute and Jokum go. With the Shadow Shaman level 1 hasn't taken anything yet, but you've got Sven with the Stormhammer. And Razor here against the Queen of Pain, at least at this point. If you're able to take away that damage from the Queen of Pain, it makes it very hard for him to lane. And we'll see if Razor's able to take advantage, if Makoto's able to take advantage here. As Kezcute looking over towards top FBZ, going into the Retaliate early. And Yamate, Skewer. They've also got Raven. FBZ taking a lot of damage. The Stormhammer comes out. Fade Bolt there from Raven, but, you know, maybe if he had the telekinesis, they could have gotten the kill. But using that Fade Bolt early, and the Skewer actually landing from Magnus, who set himself up for that. I think knowing that that Skewer is picked up level 1, FBZ won't let himself fall into that position once again. Coming up the back, or at least, well, dragging these creeps for now will be the Shadow Shaman. This is here for the Centaur, at least under the tower to keep him safe. Raven comes over with Yamate, and, well, at this point, you need to be careful if you're either of these heroes. And there's the Skewer, but that's not going to help when you've got the Shackle. FBZ using that Retaliate, and there's first blood for Boom ID. So there it is early. Kezcute comes over to spot Ohio, dragging his own creeps. And there's the Firefly used as he's sitting level 2. The Firefly changes are as spotted, but with all these creeps coming over, Ohio taking a lot of damage, but luckily the Firefly burns them out. Decimates a whole generation of creeps. But again, continuing to move forward is Kezcute. Does not have enough mana for another Stormhammer, as Ohio again dragging more creeps over to their death and demise. And then we take a look over towards top. Raven and Yamate trying to push back FBZ as well as Jokum. And the skewer landing on both of them. Ooh, just a little bit short of that cliff. That could have been a sad life there for the side of Boom ID. Although they both have TP, so not the worst thing in the world. Finally, Ohio going back to base, but he's already hit level 4. This has left the lane open for Fervian, who has really no trouble, maintaining his life here with creeps coming over and then going over for the pull and making this a little bit easier for himself as Raven gets the kill onto the Shadow Shaman in the top lane. Makoto hit with the Shadow Strike, the dagger coming at him. Makoto dealing with that as both are level 4 and Queen of Pain at 14 and 1, but again, forcing that blink out immediately once that static link comes through. Over bottom, Fervian. Again, just has no problem farming these creeps bottom. Shots coming in. The trades back and forth. And you need to be careful, Queen of Pain. That's this Makoto. He's sitting here with 2 in the unstable current and 2 in the static link. And the blink aggressively from the Queen of Pain, and now the static link is there, but you gotta be careful with the Shadow Strike on top of you. The scream comes through, Raven coming over. Might be able to get the kill, but they don't spot him in time. And he will, in fact, be able to survive. And there's the Fairy Fire, there's the Salve, and Makoto, with Raven coming over, is A-okay.
Fit for a queen.
We saw this in the previous game where Fervian was able to get out to a very early advantageous start, and it comes down to this again where, I mean, they are not really constricting his farm in any way. Last game on the Troll, they didn't constrict him, they didn't pressure him, and he was able to get a Battle Fury at 12 minutes with upgraded boots. And now Ohio has Cute with the Mango, Stormhammer with the, actually the Shackles coming in together. 4 stacks of sticky napalm. Ohio in a lot of trouble. 1 more shot gets the kill, and now Shadow Shaman might eventually fall. Yamate is here with the Shockwave landing on 2 as well as the Skewer. They'll get the kill into the Shadow Shaman. They back off as Cute. Oh, the TP not in time, and there's the telekinesis. Drops him off into the hands of Yamate. And will fall the Shockwave. So, yeah, they get themselves ahead in kills, but again, Fervian doing well. You've got Makoto at level 6 with a little bit behind on this Queen of Pain. Nothing too crazy in terms of experience. Now the 1-2-3 build for Razor, having 1 in the plasma field, 2 in the static link, and 3 in the unstable current. Razor is quite strong early on, and the Queen of Pain has to be careful if he's looking to play aggressively. Meanwhile, in the off lane, at least here for the side of Boom ID, you've got FBZ, who was off to a slow start in the previous game as well. And then eventually found his form, had died 3 times early, and now with the rotation of the Queen of Pain, this is looking like a death for him. And they will commit the Sonic Wave. I don't think that was exactly necessary. Puts it on a pretty big cooldown as well. Sends Makoto over towards top. FBZ comes back. Makoto not as lucky as the Queen of Pain, not finding a kill in this lane, and an early 7-minute Midas from the Lifestealer. And Eclipse used by Scam, and they might be able to get the kill on a Makoto. FBZ looking for a stun, but now that's Eclipse down. That was a very ambitious Eclipse coming in from Scam. And now you've got 2 ults on very long cooldowns. It will send Makoto back to base. You've got Lifestealer over bottom. Fervian continuing to just farm and using this Midas to bump up that farm. Again, already sitting 1,000 net worth ahead of his counterpart. And 2 levels ahead of Skem. He's A-okay right now. He has gotten himself a kill, but has also died once. Meanwhile, Shadow Shaman only sitting at level 3, has 2 into the Ether Shock, 1 into the Shackle, if Skem decides to put himself under this tower and maybe in a harm's way. You've also got Kezcute, but he doesn't have enough mana so far for the Stormhammer. So I don't exactly know what his thoughts are trying to run into this. That sends Shadow Shaman all the way back to base. Skem looking for the Mask of Madness. You've got Radiance coming out for the Lifestealer after the Phase Boot. So he's a long way from that Sacred Relic. But again, left to his own accord and 9 minutes in, it's a Midas Phase Boots and, well, 1,000 net worth ahead of the Luna. I don't know how willing you should be to give Fervian open farm like this. Just open season bottom. I feel like you learn from your mistakes, especially when you face them up front like that in the previous game. Queen of Pain will be making the rotation. Does have the Sonic Wave. They find themselves Raven. They'll get the kill. He had died a lot in the previous game, so maybe, at least for his sake, we won't see another game like that. But Skem finally coming over bottom, but that's just to contest Kezcute, because Lifestealer, he's made his way over top. So Fervian moves over. He's got Midas in 6 seconds. Will stack for himself. I mean, this is so far going so well for the Lifestealer. Stampede gets used. Meanwhile, bottom, Skem gets hit with the stun. Makoto comes over. Skem in so much trouble here with the lockdown, the Stampede running him over. Makoto coming in, using the Eye of the Storm to get the kill. And now you've got 3 heroes here bottom to take the attention from Lotac here from Boom ID. Raven dies again, and that's to Fervian, so even furthering his farm and his split in terms of net worth between him and Skem. Amate being a good support, getting those stacks in. Meanwhile, I said it might be a while before Fervian gets himself the Sacred Relic, but he's already just 1,500 gold away, and he has been farming like a madman. 7,000 net worth pre-12 minutes. Only a 1,000 net worth lead right now for Boom ID, as a lot of their net worth is stacked up in what the Lifestealer has, and the rest are, you know, pretty even with the side of Lotac. But at the same time, I mean, this is fine for Boom ID. They would love to have an early Radiance. Stormhammer comes out. Jokum will not fall, but, oh, all right, spoke too soon. Queen of Pain with the aggressive blink in to finish off that Shadow Shaman. Sonic Wave comes through, but the Sonic Wave gets you Kezcute, but you lose your life for it. That's a 4 and a 5 for a 3 and a 2.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, okay. If you think that works, then I mean, I can't tell you otherwise. And just 800 gold away from the Sacred Relic. Fervian continuing to just farm up. Sitting at, what did I just say? He had 7,000 net worth a minute ago. Now almost 8,000 net worth a minute later. And continuing to just dominate in the net worth area. As Skem still sub 6,000 going for the first item. Yasha after that Mask of Madness. So that sentence not making much sense. First item, he's already got the Mask of Madness. Second item, Yasha. I'd like to make a correction.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sentry Ward. It'll spot the Observer, and meanwhile, Fervian continuing to just push up, and now has enough gold for that Sacred Relic. Well, you know, if you gave him both last hits there, Makoto.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And there's the Serpent Wards placed down. This will be an early tier 2 tower here for Boom ID as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And the net worth may say it's even, but it definitely feels like it's much more in favor of Boom ID. Especially with this Radiance coming in very soon for Fervian. And I know I've been focusing on him a lot, but after his performance in the previous game, he is definitely one to watch in this series. And I think, you know, giving him this kind of space, giving him this kind of room is playing with fire if you're Lotac.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So over mid, I mean, they find Raven. That's an easy kill. There was the smoke and attempted a rotation coming from Lotac. We'll see what they're able to get. They've got the Sven. The Stormhammer comes out. The Sonic Wave on top of that. They'll look for the Centaur. They'll get the kill. That's going to be one here for the side of Lotac. And now moving in with the RP. That's going to be on top of it. And now the Eclipse. They are 2 to follow it up. This is a great fight for Lotac. They'll get themselves a third. Skem gets the double kill. RP with the Eclipse on top of it to take care of that Lifestealer. And they get 3 kills. They get what they came for. They don't even lose the tier 1 tower mid. And it does pull a full rotation from Lotac, but everybody was there for Boom ID anyway.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So you give up a couple of kills. The smoke is very beneficial here for Lotac. They'll look for the Blink Dagger on Raven. Magnus will also look for a Blink Dagger as he is stuck in what seems to be the 5 position. Batrider, no Blink, going drums first. Luna into the Manta style after picking up that Yasha. And of course, you've already got a built-in Blink for Queen of Pain going to the Orchid after this Veil. So they start to pressure and posture over top as they've already lost the tier 1 and the tier 2 in this lane. Ohio moving forward. He's sitting at level 12 for now, but what you really want is Fervian just to finish off this Radiance, and he is just 800 gold away for that. So what's going to help him out is getting these towers, getting some gold, and Boom ID know exactly how to do that as they will push bottom with KezCute, FBZ, and Makoto to get themselves at least 1 tower. And if Lotac are going to stay over top to get themselves a tier 2, we're going to stay here bottom and force their hands. There's the Stampede. They've also got the Infest, Hoof Stomp, and Fervian will get the kill. Skem dead again. Meanwhile, KezCute dies bottom. And, well, I mean, for Boom ID, you're happy with that. Basically grants Fervian a Radiance. I would say, again, just trying to stack as much as he can here for the Luna to get Skem back into this game. Use the Serpent Wards, the Glyph comes out. They'll try to get this tier 1 tower over mid. Makoto with the Serpent Wards, and now Fervian coming in with their Radiance being delivered via that courier. They will take themselves out of tier 1. This is not a spot where Lotac are looking to fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Almost blink dagger here for Raven. Skem appreciating Yamate's hard work. Let him stay for some experience, as he does have the empower. We'll clean up a whole bunch of creeps, and we'll finish off the Manta style. Meanwhile, over top, they'll find Ohio. They'll get the kill. Serpent Wards, unneeded. They'll just use the shackles, the storm hammer, as well as the damage coming in. FBZ also throwing a host stomp in there, and they get an easy kill on Ohio. Yamate blink with the hoof stomp. You just saw this man with a blink dagger, and he's already going for the Ags, but you bring yourself close enough to get stunned. Questionable at best as the Eclipse comes out onto Razor and finds nothing. And oh no, they're gonna lose the Queen of Pain here on top of that. Jesus. It's the Boom ID show right now. And they'll take another tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Thank you so much.
Oh. Skem. No, you got out of it, dude. You got out of it, bottom. You came over top. You get dragged right back in. And Boom ID make you pay. And they get yet another kill. Lost in the woods indeed. The Lord placed down by the Magnus. We'll get a little bit of vision here onto the side of Boom ID with Kezcute. Having that urn going into Arcane Boots so far. Shadow Shaman going for the Blink Dagger, and there will be a smoke on the 3 heroes, as Raven will be the one who breaks it, but does have himself a blink, so okay with that. But now Yamate finally found and will eventually get himself out. Or will he? Hex comes through, and there's the Storm Hammer. And Makoto with another 14 to 10, and Boom ID rapidly finding themselves a couple of pickoffs and a bigger and bigger advantage. We've already got the Yashi here onto the Lifestealer. Ohio goes in with the Invis rune. Won't find anybody as they're on your side of the map. They do have Serpent Wards if they want to place them onto the tier 2 tower, but it doesn't look like they'll need them. They might actually just pressure onto the high ground and then use Serpent Wards there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Off that tier 2. FBZ, he goes back, cleans up some creeps, gets some more farm. They've got the lasso. That's just rude. And there's the Stampede. It's not going to matter just yet. I think they were looking for the RP, but now in a little bit of trouble is going to be Skem. He'll get the Manta style off as well as the Scream coming in, or actually the ulti coming out from the Queen of Pain. Now they look over at Ohio. A lot of damage being done by Makoto, who's got 3 seconds to get napalm on top of him. The Scream finally comes through from the Queen of Pain, killing off Makoto, but they lost Skem. And the Stolen Shackles, 3 kills here. And they'll double back to see if Lifestealer is still there. He is not. And it's a 3 for 1, but losing that Luna once again. So, showing off that Orchid. But you need to be careful. Ags picked up for FBZ. Blink Dagger Ags already. Top 2 in the net worth are the Razor as well as the Lifestealer. So you've got the Hood as well as the Phase Boots here for Razor. And now the Yasha and the Pipe. He looks for a BKB afterwards, and Stewart moving in towards the road. There's the Manta style for Lifesteal. Level 18. Movement speed, attack speed, has the Radiance. Going into the AC next. It's very easy here for Boom ID at the moment. Net worth does not tell the entire story.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So they smoke up Fervian TP's bottom. And almost like Raven's just dangling himself here. Telekinesis, stolen Hex. Hex is up the Lifestealer. Shackles from a distance, and now the Lifestealer will take care of the Rubik. Get an easy kill. Blink, Hoof Stomp. Oh boy, Blinding Scam coming over with the Stampede. Now the Stormhammer on top of it. The Static Link never breaks. You've got yourself the Shrine, but it's not going to matter. Ohio on the run with the Firefly. Very fast.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But not mattering much. As onto the high ground Boom ID go. They've got Serpent Wards. And it is looking all Millhouse for Boom ID.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Stealing Hoof Stomp.
Dire's middle barracks.
And it'll be the full set of
Dire's
racks.
middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Blink Dagger, though, for the Magnus. Things can change. Maybe. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ohio. 4 staff away. They've got the Silence, and Blink into an interesting position here for the Queen of Pain. They'll get the kill on FBZ, and they've also got the lasso on a Fervy, and he's going to be hit with the Telekinesis as well as the Eclipse coming in, but there's the Shackle. That'll be on top of Queen of Pain. They'll keep him next to Fervy, and RP! Oh, gets the Aegis. Now they've got themselves Kezcute. Makoto coming in, skimming a little bit of trouble, trying to skewer away, but he's already taken himself 157 damage. The open wounds comes out on the Raven, as well as the Hoof Stomp hitting onto the Magnus. They'll get the kill onto the Rubik as well as Magnus. Yamate and Raven fall. 2 heroes dead. The buyback from Kezcute. And now on to another Tier 3. Trying to distract them. See what they're able to do. You don't have Eclipse, you don't have Lasso, and now you don't have a life on this Bat Rider. Ohio dead for 50 seconds, no buyback. They'll take the Tier 3, they'll look for the set of racks. Queen of Pain trying to do all he can to push out these waves or do something to deter them from going into the high ground. But they've taken the Tier 3, they'll look at the melee racks, and that is next on the menu. Meanwhile, they do end up getting the kill into the Shadow Shaman, which is all well and fine, but hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but your racks are gone.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So 8,000 net worth lead here for the side of Boom ID, and it's never over with Boom ID until the right ancient falls. Sorry to say, but that is one of those things that it will be hard to live down. You're doing a good job so far, Boom ID. Taking game 1 with ease, looking at game 2 to be the same. Definitely making up for that fumble in the previous minor. And oh, finds him. Blink, Hoof Stomp, Hex, Ether Shock, and no way out of this one. Raven dead again. That's going to be 70 seconds without this Rubik, while Boom ID continue to just invade your side of the map. So, smoke for Ohio.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
Just take this shrine. I mean, there's not really much from Lotac that's stopping them. Hex. Oh, and the Serpent Wards, but they've got the last, so this is only onto his support. The BKB is going to be popped by Scam. We'll see if they're able to do anything off of this. Makoto comes over. Now the chase is on to Scam. Continuing to move forward as that BKB will only last you so long. And the blade almost skewered, but the BKB popped by Makoto. And that is another kill here onto a core. Scam dead for a minute. And you've only got one tier 3 left standing. One set of racks still standing. Oh boy.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And RP could be big. BKB, Sonic Wave coming out, as well as the Silence. We'll see what they're able to do. They've almost got the Razor, but Yamate dead. Makoto ends up falling. Fervian, he smells blood in the water. He's looking, but not finding. And that holds. That holds them for now.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
So, you get the kill on FBZ as well as Makoto with a great RP from Yamate. Followed up by a great Sonic Wave, everything coming together, and a hold coming out from Lotac without the Luna. I mean, that was what you needed to stay in this game.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire's
Still
bottom
waiting for
shrine is
FBZ
under
as well as
attack.
Makoto to come back up, but that leaves time for Lifestealer to farm. Gets that AC finish now, looking for a heart. It's practically unkillable now. I would fear to see what Lotac can do once he does have this heart. Would he take a level 20? The evasion?
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Alright, the Storm Interval, Static Link Steel. Got 5 heroes over here in the top area for Lotac. Scam continuing to farm. He's got a BKB, that's 9 seconds. But only level 19, sitting a little bit far back. But smoke from Boom ID. They can finish this game if they could just take a full team wipe here. Backing off for a moment is Boom, or Lotac, excuse me. If they could find the Queen of Pain, that would be nice, but not looking like that's going to come to fruition. Roche in another minute. So again, Boom ID looking to posture around the Roche pit. If they could take the Roche, I mean, the game gets that much easier for them as they are sitting here together and making sure that they can take care of whatever Lotac throw their way. Meanwhile, over in the top lane, Fervian continuing to farm. He's got 2,500 gold saved up. Almost enough here for a Reaver. Really starting to chunk away at getting himself that heart. Sitting 4,000 net worth ahead of the Luna, who really Scam. I mean, 4, 6, and 7 hasn't done much this game, and he's going to try and force another fight here from Lotac as they'll look for the last one, but he's got the Lotus Orb on top of him. They'll drop it down the Serpent Wards. Open Wounds comes out in Ohio. Coming around the back, that will be the Queen of Pain, and now they got the BKB pop by the Queen of Pain, but surrounding them will be the side of Lotac. Nice! Again, the RP on the 3 heroes. They'll take out Fervian. This is the hold that Lotac need. The buyback from the Lifestealer. Makoto on the run. Oh my god, Yamate, you are a man there going in like that. Queen of Pain helping out with the Sonic Wave coming through. Yamate Shockwave ends up giving up his life. The stolen hoof stomp, Fervian back in. And you're throwing it all away. Queen of Pain in a lot of trouble. The BKB is going to be popped by Scam, moving forward, and FBZ not going to find enough. Fervian, he just bought back, so he's got to be a little bit careful going into a fight like this. There's the Orchid, but purged off thanks to the Manta. They've got the Shackle. That comes through on the Luna. This is trouble, and they'll get the kill. Scam dead again. So if you feel uncomfortable, Fervian and the rest of Boom ID could back off and go for the Roche. That is available. That will be with Aegis and Cheese. As the lasso comes through, Fervian. Hex. It's on the Queen of Pain that's going to help Fervian survive. They've also got the Shackle with the hoof stomp. There's the stun. There's the kill after just buying back. Down you go in GG. Just like that. They're not going to need the Aegis and Cheese. It's been called. Boom ID taking Game 2, taking the Series 2-0, and putting themselves just one best of 3 away from the minor. So 30-21, 34 minutes in, they take the Series 2-0. Fervian, except for a little bit of a slip up at the end, is well, perfect pretty much through the whole series. So is the rest of Boom ID. And they take the series, they take it all, and they go to the grand finals. They have quite some time until they know who they'll be up against. That throws Lotac to the lower bracket finals against the winner of Detonator versus Tigers. And then tomorrow we'll have the lower bracket final and the grand final to see who is the first one to qualify for the minor. That'll be taking place in Kiev. So this is the StarLadder Minor Qualifiers. One slot here for Southeast Asia. We'll see who it is. And, well, that's it for me today. I'll be back with Day 2 of China later, hopefully over this cold by then. And if you're not sure who to look at for China, I mean, there's a lot going on here with closed qualifiers for China. Let's take a more in-depth look than just saying something like that. You've got 4 teams. Vici, who maybe nobody would have thought would be in a minor situation, as they might be looking at a restructure as well. Aster, Royal Never Give Up, and Room 310, which is D-Stone's new team. I'll be back with that on the second day of that qualifier. But for Southeast Asia, more is yet to come. And we'll be back with the lower bracket final and the grand final tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your caster BCop at BCop92 on Twitter. I'll get over this cold so I sound a little bit better for Chinese Dota a little bit later in the week. And as always, have a good day, and I appreciate you guys immensely. And my final thought is just subscribe to PewDiePie. Seriously, what you guys doing?